Hello, this is Willie with the Basement Kings. We are working on our Common Street project in Houston, Texas, and we've just removed the panels for the concrete forms. As you can see, the walls are straight. You can see the metal pieces sticking out of the wall, which we consider metal ties, and you can see they're everywhere like they should be. And we've just placed our gravel. You can see that over there near the sump. Water's on the floor. Let's zoom in so you can see it. And as you can see, now the water that's below the soil tends to rise up, and I'd say it's about 4 inches tall. We have about 8 inches worth of gravel in here right now, and you can't see the water. So what we'll do today is you see our sump basin. We will put a sump pump in it and begin pumping the water out, and it'll remain dry. But the first thing to notice is these wall ties. A lot of general contractors and contractors in Texas, they leave the pins in a basement, and the excuse is it doesn't matter, but really it's a matter of fact as far as laziness, because those pins will allow the water to come through those areas. So under no circumstances should those pins are left in place. They should be broken, chipped out, and then sealed with waterproof grout. And this particular basement walls, I've already shot water on them, and they're not shiny enough. And since they're not shiny enough, that tells me that the waterproofing that was mixed on this particular project, it's going to need another coat. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the pins, seal each one of those holes, these ties, which we call tie holes. We'll break them off and then chip it out and then seal it. And then after we waterproof, you will not even know that they were ever there. And that's the way it should be. And then we will begin sealing this basement, since it's a sealed basement, and then begin working on the floor and pour our new slab. Now, some basement companies, this is the basement is finished. Of course, that's not the basement that the Basement Kings use. That would be more what they would consider a cellar. So when they price it out, a lot of times, this is what they're pricing it out to, and it is no concrete floor. And if you don't ask, this is what you find. As you can see, I'm gonna walk around and show you. This opening right here is for the stairs. That's why it's been cut. We have our sump basin here. We put extra drainage on the other side of the wall. We see the beams. We notch into the beams and make sure that the beams are supported by the basement walls. And then we will still have to brace them, because the compression of the walls will come in and you would see cracking over time. But the main thing I want to show you about this particular basement is this is what we call an unsealed basement. This wall normally is going to be waterproof two ways. It's either waterproofed on the outside, which you don't have access to after we backfill, or you waterproof it from the inside. Now, this particular type of waterproofing, we call it self-healing concrete, because it repairs its own cracks underwater. Yes, it exists. In the Basement Kings, we use it in all our basements and have been doing it for a little over 25 years now. So maybe that's the reason I don't understand why some people's basements are leaking. But either way, this is it. So what I'm going to show you is you looking at the hole here. These were tie holes where all the forms were tied to and the metal pins were sticking out. So what we do is we cut them off, we chip them out, we fill them in and make sure that the metal is not showing, and then seal it over. And as you can see, that's what these little lumps are. But now it's been waterproof. And you see this color right here, you would look at this and think that this is dirt, and it's not. It's crystallizing. This is crystallizing, so this is the concrete actually changing color, showing us that it's drying the basement out. Now, the only other thing I want to show you is that since this is an unsealed basement, what we expect is there's going to be more moisture in the room.
And over time, if you ever have an issue, you're going to see water try to come through. The walls will get very, very dark, and then you may see drip marks. But those drip marks, on average, will not hit the floor and roll out. So it's still sealed, but soon as that happens, crystals will form and seal it, cut it out, and the next thing you know, the walls will begin looking just like this, and it'll never ever have any moisture again. Now, what we're going to do to this basement is we're going to actually seal it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to walk over here and show you. When we seal our basements, it's sealed with a heavy vapor barrier and what we call flexi flange down at the bottom. So on my next video, I'll show you what that looks like. So now that you've seen it, we'll attach it with our pins and we'll drill it, and then we have a hammer. This is all there is. And then we will put our temporary plumbing back in so we can suck and make sure that this gravel is dry. Because you'll notice we have corner ports, and we can remove these ports at any time and always have access to our drain system. This is what we consider a sump system. But if there's a box in the floor and it just collects water and pump it out, that is not an interior drain system, and that is not a sump system. That is a hole in the floor with a pump in it. Exactly how it's labeled. So we'll show you what it should look like in the future. Thank you.
Hello, thanks for watching. If you like our video, then please subscribe or visit us at thebasementkings.net. Thank you and have an excellent day.